Today we're going to insert one of my pictures into the TV screen. L for lasso. Choose the polygonal lasso tool. Click in the top left corner. Draw a line. Click in the second corner. Click in the corner. Click in the corner, and here's the key. We want to make sure that it connects back to each other. If you notice, you can see this little white circle appear once it makes a complete shape with the ants marching. Go to the picture you want to insert. Shortcut Control A for all. Edit Copy or Control C. Back at the original picture, Edit, Paste Special, Paste Into. Now right here I can see that my picture maybe is a little bit too big. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my picture here, and I'm going to go to Edit, Free Transform, or shortcut Control T. Okay. This will allow me to resize the image to put in there. Okay. Now sometimes you might kind of get a little bit crazy and then the proportions are going to be all out of whack. So when you're resizing, you can hold the Shift key down, and when you do that, that will help you resize it straight, keeping the same proportions. Okay. Another way you can look at that is we can turn this little background off. Okay, and that can help you maybe try to arrange the picture and turn this back on. Okay, so let's see, how does this work? The way this works is we have our original picture here. Okay, and what we are doing is we are adding a layer mask, meaning we have drawn this white shape here. So when we add the picture, it's only going to appear in the white area. Okay, remember before how we were able to resize it? So we know that the picture is actually a lot bigger than what it is right there. Okay, so the way this works is this is what is considered a layer mask, and it is hiding everything else in the picture except for what is showing right here. Also, depending on your design here, this is the opacity. You may want to adjust the opacity because it might not need to look as it is completely as bright. And finally, depending on your frame, we can add FX, which is a layer style. Okay, and we might want to add an inner shadow effect. Okay, and you can just play with that a little bit and make it look a little bit more realistic. And then when you finish, you can save. Let's practice that again. Polygonal lasso tool. We're going to click in the top left corner. The next corner. And you're going to make sure this connects back to each other. And we see our ants marching. I'm going to go to the picture I want to use. Shortcut Control A. Edit Copy. Edit, Paste Special, Paste Into. Again, it's a little bit too big, so I'm going to go to Edit, Free Transform, or Control T. Okay, and now I'm going to resize that a little bit. Now another thing to keep in mind is look at the resolution of your image. So if you're trying to do a billboard, you're going to know that you're going to need a pretty wide image before you get there. Okay, and click our little check mark there. And then we are done. Finally, I'm going to show you a completely different way to do this. In this example, we're going to actually paste the picture straight on top of this one. Use Edit Free Transform to resize it. And then we're going to skew it so it can fit in this shape. Okay, so I'm going to get my picture. Control A for all. Edit, copy. Here we go. And now I'm going to do Edit, Paste. I'm not going to do Edit, Paste, Special Into. I just pasted it right over. Okay, so now I can use my Control T or Edit Free Transform to resize my picture of Colmar, France. Okay, well, that doesn't look quite right, does it? No. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Edit, Free Transform, and we are going to go to Skew. So what I'm going to do now is that's going to allow me to go and try to move each one of the corners in so we can get it resized. Okay, now this might be one of those times where you actually want to go and maybe zoom in a little bit to make sure that you kind of get it exactly right. And remember, and at this point in class, we're still just now learning how to do this. By the end of the course, we'll be much more adept at that. But that's kind of a second way to do the same effect. Okay, but the difference here is you have a background and you have a picture on top. Okay, so if we adjust the visibility here. On the other example, we have added a layer mask where only what is in that white part shows through. Same thing here. We've got our picture and only what is in the white section shows through in the layer mask.